our next exercise is going to be the hip extension. We're going to go over a few different ways on how to do a hip extension. The first way, we're going to be with our back on the floor and our heels on the chair. And we're just going to boost the hips up and down, coming up to neutral. Make sure when you're doing this exercise that you don't hyperextend those hips. You want to keep that spine in line with your hips. So make sure you come up so you're straight, but you don't overextend those hips, putting your back at a weak spot. This exercise is great to strengthen those glutes and those hammies. All right, heels on my chair. All right, I'm digging my heels into the chair. Everything else is flat. I'm gonna boost up, squeezing the glutes at the top, using my hammies, and then back down. So we're gonna go up and back down. Now once again, if you're somebody whose knees collapse or you want a little more work for your glutes, you're gonna put a band around the knees. That way it's cueing your body to push those knees out and getting more glute activation. This also works if you wanna hit some inner thigh. Take like a roll of paper towels, a foam roller, anything that's a little squishy. You're gonna put it between your knees and squeeze it as you do this exercise. That way you're hitting your hammies and you're hitting some inner thigh as you do it. So we're gonna go ahead, put the band on our knees and boost up and down. Heels in, pushing out on my band, boosting up and back down. Boosting up, coming to neutral, and then back down. All right, so the last way we're gonna do our hip extension is we're gonna do a shoulder supported hip extension. Now this exercise is great, especially if you're ready to load it. If you're somebody who's been training for a while and you're ready to increase the difficulty, this is a great way. So we're gonna use a dumbbell for weight. We're gonna put our shoulders on the bench, feet are on the ground. So basically just flipping it around, hips are gonna sink to the ground, and then we're gonna come up to it like a tabletop position where our hips are level. All right, my shoulders are on the bench, my feet are on the ground. I've got my dumbbell right out of my hips, and we're gonna boost up. And same thing, squeezing the glutes at the top. And that's it. So those are a few varieties of the way you can do those hip extensions to train that booty and those hammies.